Hello and welcome to Singing for Instrumentalists. I'm Katie. In this series, we're going to be going over, but not limited to, breath support, vocal exercises to expand your range, tips to be a better performer, and how to take care of your voice so that you can sing for a lifetime. Now, if you're not an instrumentalist and you're just looking for a good place to start, yes, this series is for you as well. Just note that I'm going to be referring back to a lot of questions that other instrumentalists have asked me. Also, I'm going to be releasing songs that are going to be related to the different lessons that I'm going to be releasing so that there is a context that you can practice these exercises. So before we get started, I do have a few disclaimers. I see this series as an introduction to vocal technique, but the best place to learn these techniques is with a face-to-face teacher. Nothing can replace that. 2, not everyone agrees on certain vocal techniques, and so you have to do what is best for you. At the end of the day, you have to do what is working for you. Now the last one but not least, if we are working on something and it starts to hurt, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Be gentle with yourself. Listen to your body. If it starts to hurt, take a break, either for the rest of the day and then start again the next day. Just make sure you're listening to your body. Just cannot emphasize that enough. Alignment is something that you cannot skip. It is very, very important. It is the foundation of singing. If you are not in proper alignment, you are going to disengage certain muscles that you need in order to support your singing properly. It's not just about what's here and here. It's about your entire body. You're going to be using and engaging your entire body when you are singing. I'm going to be referring back to my martial arts training because that's something that I tap into regularly, because it's all about using your entire body and not just isolating one movement with your hand or with your leg, because otherwise it's not going to have an impact or the impact that you want, and it could cause injury. So for example, if I'm throwing a punch and my knees are stiff, I'm hunched over and I'm doing this and I'm just using my arms this way, I'm not going to have very much of an impact. I feel off balance. Someone could grab my arm and then right there. Yes. So I'm in immediate danger. I'm putting myself in a serious situation that could hurt me. A second way, I'm going to bend my knees. And before I punch, I'm going to draw my strength from the ground. And then with a twist of my hips, it's almost like a corkscrew when I'm throwing my punch, and then there's a recoil afterwards. And actually the second way feels stronger and it took less effort. Loose yet stable, strong but not stiff. So you want to be able to be stable, loose, strong, but not rigid and stiff. Let's go over posture. So my feet are about a shoulder's width apart, and my feet are facing forward, not out, not in opposite directions. They are facing forward. My knees are slightly bent or just soft. They're not locked, because if you lock your legs and you lock your knees this way, you could end up being lightheaded just due to cutting off your circulation. I have also seen people pass out before. It's something that you just have to be very aware of. Now, I want you to imagine a string from the top of your head to the bottom of your tailbone. I want you to imagine as if you have a string at the top of your head and it's pulling you up this way. So if you imagine it pulling you up from the top of your head, you want to think of your spine as nice and soft and straight. Yes, there is a natural curve in your spine, so you don't want to try to shift it around to be, exactly straight. But think string, top of your head, nice and straight. So my shoulders are nice and soft and they are relaxed. I'm going to turn to the side here so you can see that if I imagine that string at the top of my head, my ears are over my shoulders, so it's not too far forward, not too far back, because that could cause tension. And they're relaxed. My shoulders are not rounded forward, and they're not hyperextended this way or toward the back. That could also cause a lot of tension, and it's going to be really hard to be able to access these muscles right here. We're going to need those. Okay, so we're relaxed. Next is the pelvis. Make sure that your pelvis is underneath your hips this way. Not too far forward, not too far back. Just right underneath. Now, if you're sitting, you still should have good posture. Imagine that string just pulling you up right at the top of your head, ears over the shoulders, not too far forward, not too far back, and also your shoulders not rounded forward and then not extended back this way. So you should feel everything in alignment with your hips. Try not to cross your legs. Try to put your feet flat on the floor and also your feet facing in the same direction. As an instrumentalist, I sometimes forget about my posture and alignment because I'm hunched over an instrument or have forgotten to place my microphone in a comfortable position and I'm reaching for it with my neck. Hunching over can place pressure on my neck and also throw me out of alignment. That would render my abdomen muscles useless. Now I can't access them or allow them to expand and contract the way that I need them to in order to support my singing. Extending my neck and jutting my chin out causes a serious amount of pressure and tension on my neck, on my larynx, and it also throws me out of alignment. We have to talk about relaxation. We have to talk about tension, because if we carry tension in our bodies, that is going to affect our vocal cords. Our vocal cords, our vocal mechanism, our vocal tract, they're muscles. And you have to be very, very careful with those because just like any other muscle, you can strengthen them, stretch them, and also strain them. Now let's go over some stretches and exercises to help release tension. 1. Shake out your arms and legs. Just make sure that you are gentle with yourself. You don't have to use a lot of force. Roll your shoulders. Gently roll them forward, then roll them back. You can move into some gentle arm circles with your palms up and palms down. And now be very careful with this one. We're going to place our arms in front of us with our elbows up, and we are going to twist gently from side to side. Keep your feet stable and in one place. Side bends, reach to the sky, interlock your hands and fingers, slowly bend to the side. And then switch sides. For the neck roll, please be very aware of your body. For some people, they have neck problems, so please consult your doctor if you have any problems with your neck and what proper stretching techniques you should use. For me, I gently release my head to one shoulder, and then I gently roll to the other side, and then I come back to center. I never, ever put my head back and my chin to the sky. I don't want to put any pressure on my spine. Please be gentle with this one. Bend at your waist, and then slowly imagine each vertebrae clicking into alignment as you straighten your spine. We have a face massage where we're going to be massaging our temples, and then we are going to be massaging the joint that is connecting our jaw to our skull. Now please do this slowly and gently. Make sure that you're not creating more tension. If you feel like some part of you is hurting and it doesn't feel like a good stretch, please consult your doctor or a personal trainer so that they can help develop stretches and a routine for you that is best for you. Now for me, I like to stretch out my soft palate, and if I notice that my students, if they feel stiff or if it's really hard for them to access their upper part of their range and it's not free, then I ask them to stretch out their soft palate. And so what you're going to do is you're going to just release your jaw very gently, take a deep breath in, and then you're going to lift the inside right here of the back of your throat. If you open your mouth and you see the little hangy ball, that's your uvula. And when you're stretching it, it should go whoop straight to the roof of your mouth, or just like the very, very upper back of your throat. And so if you yawn, it might trigger a yawn. So you'll feel that stretch, especially if you yawn. So you take a deep breath in. Oh. Try to stretch that back part right there. So we're going to try that again. Release the jaw very gently and focus on opening the back of the throat. Again, you could trigger a yawn. You should feel a light stretch in the back. So be sure to check out the next video in this series, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.